Good morning, good morning. It's like 5:30, you guys. I just woke up, threw some mascara on. I think I was looking like a little gremlin. I was like, I was looking a little crazy. So, I'm still not that great. I'm still trying to wake up. It's Monday morning, you guys, okay? So I had told, I dropped off my Vegas yesterday. I made it up here to Salt Lake City. I had about 30 more minutes to drive on the clock, but I found this, like gas station with some space. I don't know what's ahead of me, and I don't want to get stuck, having to sleep on the side of the road. So let me just, shut it down here, right? Which I was going to get a pretty early start. I could have started at like 4:30 this morning. I could have started driving. I know I have space on the trailer. You guys know I have space on the trailer. We just talked about that, right? Okay, so I'm always going to look, you guys. And here's another pro tip. Like, even though yesterday was Sunday evening, I think I booked this, I booked a load yesterday at 6:30 at night. Okay, so even though it was Sunday evening, don't think that, there's smaller brokerages out there that are like us that work 24/7. And I seen this load posted out of Magna, Utah, going over to, I don't even know where. I think it's Indiana, but I'm pretty sure it's Indiana. And I seen it, and it's not great paint. It's 1,200 pounds. It's a low crate. It's like 18 feet long by 4 feet wide by 2 feet tall. But it's 1,200 pounds. It's a small. It's a big crate, but it's small. If that makes sense. I don't know. I'm not awake yet, you guys. Give me a break. It's paying like 90 cents a mile. Okay, it's paying $1,300. I have like perfect space, and I don't want to haul anything too heavy. My truck is old. I gotta take care of the old girl now. So I was like, man, that's like 45 miles from me, and that's going right where I need to go as well. So I'm gonna go pick that up this morning, you guys. So I called, right? So I looked at it on the load board, and I'm like, well, they just posted it half an hour ago. Maybe they're still around, So I call, and right away the lady answers, and she's like, oh my gosh, she's like, I didn't think anybody was gonna call on a Sunday. And I was like, I'm always looking. Like, so we laughed a little bit because I was working, and she's in Hawaii on vacation, and she's posting. So don't ever be deterred, like, oh, it's after 5 o'clock, or oh, it's before 7 a.m., or oh, it's weekends or holidays. Hey, call. If they don't answer, leave a voicemail, and then email them, because a lot of times the brokers won't answer the phone, but they all have their emails on their phone. So if you email them and they, hey, I'm here, this is who I am, this is my MC, like, I'm ready, I'm down to book this load if you're ready. So sometimes you can get luck with the emails as well. So that's a pro tip for you guys. No coffee. This gas station is not open until like 7 a.m. So I don't get coffee until after I do my pickup. So I'm going to try and bundle up, because it's literally 9 degrees. Literally 9 degrees. I slept with my truck off last night. I did not idle her. I didn't need to. I woke up a little bit cold. And so I turned on the truck, and right away she went straight into a regen. I don't know if she just needed it, or if it was just so cold just to heat up the engine. I'm not sure, but she's running fine. She's doing great. So I'm gonna go backtrack a little bit, find this address. Let's go pick up this little $1,300 bill. It's backtracking 45 miles. It is, but that's not a big deal, That's not a big deal. That's like an extra $1 per mile. So that is just beautiful. The little crates just to the right of my truck, the left of my truck, are what I'm picking up. So I'm gonna unstrap. I'm gonna put my big Carhartt on, because it's freezing ass cold. Look at that moon, you guys. Video does not do it justice. We have had the wolf moon this January. I have been enjoying it the last 2 nights. Absolutely gorgeous. The Cadillac is doing fine. I gotta unstrap the pole, because this crate is going right here in front. This is how we make our money, you guys. Piecing it, and that's how me and my guys anyways, get the most out of our miles and our deck space, is by piecing it together. And that's what I mean. This pole is paying me $2,800. My face is frozen. I can't feel my face. But this pole is paying me $2,800 direct customer. The Cadillac is $1,800 direct customer. But I had all this void space here at the front, in the middle. I could even back the Cadillac back another 3 or 4 feet, but that's how we make that money, you guys. That extra $1,300 is what's gonna do it. That's how we making our money today, boys and girls. Okay, gotta find me a little piece. Had to backtrack a minute. That's all right. I passed a Maverick coming back from where I was parked overnight, and I'm gonna stop there and grab me some coffee, freshen up in the restroom. I know I'm looking cute, but I could be looking cuter, okay? So let's go, freshen ourselves up. Oh, respect the sticker collection. I got more stickers, you guys. Oh, I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun with my sticker collection. It's the small things in life that really do it for me. Well, good morning, you guys. But shit, it's a little bit foggy. It's almost 7 already. It's almost 7, but it's still dark as shit here in Nevada. Here in Nebraska. Super, super dark. I feel like I'm like the only one out here on I-80. I guess it's a lonely stretch of I-80. There's nobody that wants to hang out with me this morning so far. But I have enjoyed Nebraska. Dude, they got like a freaking rest area like every hour or less. Like every 50 miles they got a new rest area. So that is pretty nice. I had plenty of options for parking last night, and I ran my clock down to definitely not as close as I've ever run it before, but I think I had about 20 minutes left on my drive time, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I pulled at least 700 miles yesterday, and I got a long, hard push today. I'm trying to get the Cadillac off this afternoon, and then tomorrow I can get the other 2 off. But really, it's just going to be the weather is going to decipher whether I can chew up these 700 miles or not. Right now, roads are clear. It's not, it's 17 degrees outside, a little foggy, not a big deal. But, if I hit some snow or some wind or some, slower conditions, I'm just going to have to slow down, and then all 3 drops will be done tomorrow, which is fine. My customer knows, they're flexible. Everybody knows I'm trying to get there, but it is the middle of January, and it takes what it takes, and sometimes it's longer and sometimes it's shorter, and ultimately I allow the weather to decipher, because there's no need for me to rush and push and run to where I don't feel safe. There's no load that's worth having an incident over, period. So the point of this is to run and make money and do it safely and go home to my family, not to act like a fool and think it's the middle of July when it's the middle of January. So that's a little pro tip for you guys right there. Take it slow, take it easy, get there in one piece, and make sure your cargo gets there in one piece as well. I feel like Rudolph. Oh my god, you guys, it is so freaking cold. It's 9:50. I'm just a little ways from my next fuel stop here in Nebraska, just west of the Iowa border. So I'm almost through Nebraska. My truck says it's 14 degrees. I call bullshit. As soon as I open this freaking door, whoosh, that cold just freaking hits you like a ton of bricks. I can't feel my fingers. I was checking the straps, and I had to readjust a strap. Just being out there from walking from that truck stop to pee, back to the truck, you guys, it is cold. There's no way it's 14 degrees. It's got to be minus 40. It feels like it. I'm frozen. Whew, I don't even want to get out of the truck to fuel. Can anybody explain to me why I-80 in Iowa is so bad? Just look at my steering wheel. Okay? Everything is shaking in my truck, including me, for like well over 100 miles. I'm so frustrated with this. It's just, I'm glad I didn't eat anything. I feel like I would be sick right now. Oh, today it's just getting to me. It's pissing me off. I keep sitting forward. But that only does so much, Today is just the never-ending day, you guys. I had a really bad night's sleep last night. Had a lot of miles to do today. I'll get it done. I'm gonna get the Cadillac delivered today with about 15 minutes to spare on my clock. but I'll get it done today. It's just, man, sometimes you have a rough night. I picked a rest area that was just, really close to the highway and just really loud, and I was kind of like, parking was not, readily available, so I was kind of like on a slope, and that kind of sucked. It was just a rough night. It was a rough night. I didn't sleep well. And then today, some days, you could just drive, and then bam, you're done with like 7 hours of your drive time. You're like, wow, it's been 7 hours already. And then other days you're like staring at the clock going, freaking shit, man, it's only been 3 hours. Like, I feel like I've been here all freaking day, you know? So that's one of those days. Today is one of those days. This day is just dragging ass, okay? You guys, I want it to be over already. It's freezing ass cold too. As soon as you open the truck door, oh my God, that cold just hits you. Upset with myself that I was complaining about Dallas last Monday. Today is Wednesday or some shit. When I left Dallas, I was like, it's cold. It was 23 degrees, 22 degrees. No, this shit is cold. It's 9 degrees outside and it feels like it's minus 40. The roads are clear. I just bounced into Illinois. The roads are clear. You know, the sky is clear. It's beautiful. It's just freezing. For me, it's very, very cold. So thank God for boots and Carhartt jacket. And of course, the fact that it's a truck, rolling off a truck takes but 10 minutes and I'll be back in the warm cab of my truck again, which is where I want to stay. Well, the dang truck is so dirty. You know, it's hard to see anything, especially at 7 o'clock at night, but I'll do my best. My face is frozen again. Somebody was trying to be kind and he told me to meet him here at the library. Well, I figured the library would be closed at 7 o'clock, but I guess not. So I didn't want to whip it in with all the cars, you know, moving around and stuff like that. So I just stayed on this little side street and I was blocking everybody's driveway. There ain't no space here. It's damn near Chicago. We tried to be out of everybody's way, but don't always work out that great. So he's supposed to be walking over to meet me and get this one knocked out real quick, and I can go get some rest because I'm tired. I'm dog tired. It was kind of like not a convenient time, you know, probably for my customer, but he said he didn't mind. I hate to show up to people's houses. For me, 7 o'clock is kind of late to be dropping off a car, especially knowing you're going to drop off a dirty car, a very nice luxury car that's all dirty from the road in the dark, you know. So I pulled out the flashlight and, you know, did as best as I could. I mean, I told him to walk around it and do all that good stuff. But he didn't seem to mind, and honestly, I would rather drop that car off at 7 o'clock at night and miss all the traffic around Chicago rather than waiting until the morning. And of course, we have to assume, you know, tomorrow's a weekday, so we have to assume that those people go to work, and, you know, then I would have to coordinate around that and hit all the traffic. So when he said he would take it tonight, I was very grateful, and I'm exhausted. I'm ready to take my makeup off, take a shower. I already have the GPS plugged into a truck stop plugged into the GPS. Good morning. Oh, you guys, I just woke up. I needed a rest. I turn on the truck. I sleep with her off. I don't care how cold it is. I sleep with her off. I have a 0 degrees sleeping bag and blankets, and I got, you know, my covers on my windows, right? Look at this. Look at this shit. 6 o'clock in the freaking morning, it's minus 1 degrees. And that's probably a lie. When I left Texas, all my freaking tires were at 70. Now I gotta get the little air compressor out from under the back seat and air up the tires. Cause look at that shit, you guys. 15 pounds of pressure is what my tires have lost from California to Indiana. Look at this. I took off the window cover. It's freaking ice inside, you guys. Ice. I'm about to change my clothes. I'm gonna brush my teeth. Wake up, find me some damn coffee, okay? So I can contemplate my life up here in the Midwest with you guys. Hey, y'all are tripping. Minus 1 degrees. I freeze my ass off as soon as I jump out of the truck. Oh, I was getting so frustrated, you guys. I was getting so frustrated. I finally found the entrance. I'm in Crane, Indiana. I'm trying to drop off these stupid little crates. And there's a line of 3 trucks in front of me, which is, of course, what I did not want, because my last drop is not far at all from here. But I went through hell trying to find the truck entrance. I've been driving around for like the last 30 minutes. All these little state highways with snow piled on the sides of them, so I don't fit hardly nowhere. And I was getting so frustrated, but I found it. And of course, the broker, she's on vacation in Hawaii, so she just wants me to like call all of her customers, call this guy, call this person, call this girl, you know. And I was like, dude, like, no, you know, like, that's what the hell you're for. You're the broker, you're the go-between, like, you know. I was like, no. I was like, text her. I was like, hey, you know what? I got another delivery to do, so I'll just come back to this one in 2 or 3 days once you find me some contact information or where to go or something. Like, I started to give her a hard time because, you know, this is crap. Like, the address, you know, it's military, so the addresses don't always pull up, and when you're not familiar with the commercial entrances, you know, you got to get creative on Google Maps and satellite view and try to find them. And so this was my second turn around, and I found the commercial entrance finally. I got a cop in front of me and a cop behind me. U.S. Naval Police. You guys won't believe this. So I get to the base. You guys know I have been to bases from the East Coast to the West Coast. I have, in 5 years, I've been all over military bases, airports. I have my TWIC card. I have my passport. I'm not a felon. I've never been, you know, nothing, okay? Some came up on my record in this military base from 15 years ago, you guys. Again, no felony, no, you know, okay. And they were like, well, we can't tell if it was a felony or not because that's not how our system works. So we're just not going to let you in. And I was like, what? I was like, no, this is not okay. This doesn't work for me, you know? So I start calling everybody. The broker's in Hawaii on a freaking vacation. I'm blowing her up. I'm calling every contact phone number that's on the paperwork. I got a hold of somebody. Somebody actually answered the phone, and the guy's like, yeah, but who's your POC? I was like, well, you are, you know? He's like, yeah, but I haven't worked on that base in 11 years, you guys. And so I said, well, I'm sorry. I didn't, you know, sorry to, you know, waste your time or whatever. So I hung up with him. He texts me. He's like, I know 2 guys that work in building 143 over there at this Navy base in, you know, Indiana. He's like, here's their numbers. Call them, you know? So I call one, he doesn't answer. I call the other one, he doesn't answer, but he calls me back. And he's like, yeah, this is, you know, so-and-so, whoever. And, you know, yeah, I work that building. What do you have? You know, and I tell him, I'm like, I just have these little tiny crates. They're not even full of anything. They're not full of explosives. They're reusable crates that they ship the explosives back and forth or whatever they do. But I had the empty ones. My load was literally 800 pounds. He's like, all right. He's like, okay, well, let me see. So I'm like, this is it. Like, this is all I have, you know. And the broker's like, she's like at a loss. She's like, I don't know what to do. Like, we have to find another driver to drive your rig. We'll pay him and we'll find somebody to drive your rig, you know, onto the base to do the delivery. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not going to do that. I'll find something, you know, I'll figure this out. This guy, he calls me back. He's like, right, the military police are going to meet you at the front gate and they're going to escort you to my building so we can offload this stuff by hand. So he met me out there. I had a cop in front of me, a cop behind me, you guys. Like, I'm some psycho crazy heathen woman, which I've calmed down now. I'm in my late 30s, okay? I'm a lot calmer than I once was, but I probably once, yes, was a psycho heathen woman in my early 20s, okay? Oh my goodness, but I'm just so glad it's over. We got it delivered. They offloaded the stupid crates by hand. I got my signature. I'm on to the next one because, my Lord, there's going to be like so many extra miles on my, it's going to mess up my rate per mile. Because I had to go back, and then I got turned around in the beginning, and then I started heading towards my next delivery, which is 45 minutes away, and I was literally 10 minutes from there when this guy called me and said the police are going to escort you in so we can get our shit. And I was like, okay. So it was just a fluke. It was a God shot, you guys. It was a blessing. I'm so grateful. Thank you, God. I was like, I have other stuff already planned and lined up. Like, this is not supposed to happen. It's messing up my schedule. So, oh, I'm just so grateful. You know, I'm so grateful. But what do you do in that instance, you know? Well, my only other option was gonna have to be to call a trucking company, a local trucking company, who would literally drive my truck in there, and God knows how much they would end up charging me, you know, who knows. But like I said, like, and I was even telling this base, I was like, dude, I was literally at Point Magoo in Southern California, which is a naval base. I was like, I was there 6 days ago. I was like, I think I was there last Thursday, you know. I was like, I was literally there last week. They don't care. And I, you know, hey, if it inconveniences me, I love my military. I don't care if it inconveniences me. Oh well, you know, because I love them, and I don't even care. So you guys, on to the next one. All right, 40 minutes later, I'm at the Lowe's. Last of the Mohegans here. Got the last pole. Let's take a look at the miles since we're just waiting for the lady with the forklift. I went and checked in, but you know, they're hourly, so they're gonna wait a minute. Now, mind you guys, okay, this mileage is kind of gonna be effed off because I added on 90 to 110 miles just in the whole military fiasco. So should have been under 3,000. That is from California, all of my drops in California, going up to Salt Lake City, picking up the military load, going to Chicago, dropping off the Escalade, and then coming down south to Indiana. Well, southeast is what I guess I went to Indiana to do these 2 deliveries. So that was a total of $7,900 for 3,004 all miles. That's all miles. So I mean, decent. In what, 10 or 11 days I've made $14,000. So if you look at it like that, that's pretty good. I'm not even gonna look on the load board, you guys. I'm headed home. And if you want to go a little bit farther, let's there's my loaded miles, right? Like I told you, 3,004 loaded miles. Here is all miles, okay? So I made 8 and 6, that's $14,000. Well, $13,980, freaking 14,000, whatever, in under 5,000 all miles. So that is just under $3 a mile all miles. I've made my money. I'm fine. I can deadhead home from here. I've got other stuff planned, so you guys will see that in the next video. First, I got to find a place to fuel, because that's a problem. First, I need fuel, and then I'm out of here. And I've got some other loads planned, so I got to jam home, swap truck, swap trailer. Then I'm going to get into the step deck and the Gray Wolf, which I am excited about that. I have yet to run the 48-foot step deck, you guys, so I am very excited to go home and pick it up and park this rig. And then I've got some other loads planned. I'm going up into the Northeast next, you guys, so pray for me. Keep your fingers crossed for me. So far, it's been freezing ass cold, but I've had clear skies and clear roads. I don't know if I'm gonna be that lucky when I go up to Maine, but I'm gonna be heading up to Maine in a few days. So you guys stay tuned, be safe, take care, stay warm, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.